So if you watched my most recent video of my trail ride through Kelly Flats, and if you haven't, I'd highly recommend that you do so. You would have seen that my air compressor died at the end of the trail when I was airing up. And now, in all fairness, that compressor I was using, I had no business using it for that purpose. It was not intended or designed for heavy off-road use, airing up 4 tires from 15 to 30 psi in succession on a weekly basis like I've been using it for. Also, not allowing it to cool down. It probably had a really low duty cycle. I digress. I shouldn't have been using it. I should have got rid of it a long time ago. Now, as it turns out, after posting that video, I have very thoughtful family members that not only watched my video, but also ended up getting me 2 brand new air compressors for my birthday this past weekend. My mother and my sister and brother-in-law apparently both had the same gift idea, which I'm really grateful for. Now, both of these air compressors have their obvious strengths and weaknesses when it comes to airing up tires after a long day of wheeling off-road. And although one of them is obviously superior with airing up big tires really fast, I plan on keeping both of these in the back of my Jeep before I go out. While one of them may get me aired up and off the trail in a matter of minutes, the other one seems to be a jack of all trades that I may use much more than you'd actually expect. Let's go over that. Starting with the all-top air compressor. This is a dual-cylinder air compressor, which means it's more efficient and has a higher flow rate than most other standard models of air compressors that you could buy in the market. The all-top is powered by your vehicle's battery, which you have this power cable here. You pop the hood of, in this case, the Jeep right here, plug it into your battery terminals, and then you're ready to go. It's got actually a power switch right back here for on and off when it's connected. It also comes with a 26-foot hose that has a built-in pressure gauge with a little deflator switch right on the back, as you kind of expect. And comes with a few different tips. You have your ball tip, some bike tips, and obviously your thumb valve here for your tires. Now, this all-top compressor is rated to move 350 liters of air per minute. That's a lot of air to be moved when we're talking about big off-road tires that you're airing up from low pressure to high pressure in a short amount of time after a day of wheeling. This thing will definitely get the job done. The one thing to note about this air compressor, being that it is a portable unit, it's not the heaviest thing in the world, but it's 24 pounds. When you're filling up all your tires after a trail, airing up, and you want to get out of there quickly with something, this will be the unit to do so. But if you're checking your tire pressure before a trip, after a trip, highway use, and you notice you need to fill one tire up, maybe a few pounds of air, I don't know if I'd go out of my way to get this unit plugged in just for that. And that's where we'll look at the Etenwolf for. Moving over to the Etenwolf, this is the Etenwolf Vortex S6. This air compressor is also a dual-cylinder compressor, coming in a less utilitarian package like the all-top and more of a gadgety style package, if you will. You'll notice there's an LED screen right in the center of the unit that we can turn on by hitting the start button right up here. By turning this dial, we can adjust our target pressure that we want to fill up our tires to. When you select the proper pressure that you want to fill your tires up to, just hit the start button again. And there it goes. There is also a mode button on the right side of the screen right here. Selecting that will allow us to cycle through the different modes, such as truck mode, RV mode, ball mode, and this one right here, inflatable mode. We'll get to that one in just a moment. You can change the measuring unit that you want to use by hitting the unit button right below the LED screen there. And then lastly, there's this light button here that's going to blind me that you can cycle through 4 different lighting modes. There's that one, brighter, which is bright, strobe, and then the SOS light mode. Now, even though the Vortex S6 is a dual cylinder air compressor, that doesn't equate to the same performance that the all-top compressor can do. For example, the Vortex S6 is rated at only 42 liters per minute compared to the all-top compressor, which can push 9 times that amount at 350 liters per minute. Even at that much lower rate though, I did already conduct a quick test and was able to air up one of my 32s from 15 psi to 28 in roughly 4 to 5 minutes. That really is not all that bad when you consider that the Etenwolf is battery operated with its 19,200 milliamp hour battery. The Etenwolf battery can charge up in approximately 2 hours according to documentation, utilizing the included 45 watt charging brick. With the Etenwolf, you also get a charging cable, you get your air chuck. On the back of the Etenwolf, just like the all-top, you have the same 3 other nozzles as well. You have your ball one and a couple of bike ones. And I did forget to mention this, the Etenwolf comes with a very nice bag, and the all-top does as well. With a fully charged battery, this unit can apparently last for 30 minutes of full-on uninterrupted operation. It claims to have a 100% duty cycle, which, as per their claims, can inflate 4 31-inch tires from 0 to 35 psi without needing to cool down. While I'm very curious about these claims of uninterrupted operation, I assume this may be limited by its 30-minute battery runtime, but we'll see. So far, it really does appear that the all-top compressor is the clear winner on paper when we're discussing airing up your tires after a day out on the trails. And while that may be true, there are a few other features that make the Etenwolf stand out to me on its own. Besides being a high-pressure inflator for your tires, the Etenwolf doubles as a high-flow inflator and deflator for inflatables such as air mattresses. You see right here, attached to the back, we have this tube that you can attach to the side where there are an inflate and deflate inlet and outlet. This is a huge plus for me, as I've been needing a pump for my air mattress when going out camping for some time now. I've been using a manual hand pump, hasn't been fun. You can also take advantage of that big lithium battery and use the Vortex S6 as a power bank. Right in the back here, we have a USB-A and USB-C port that you can use to charge small devices such as your phone, camera, what have you, while you're in your tent camping overnight. All of this comes in just an 8-pound unit, which is perfectly light for when you're camping or on the side of the road. You know, this is why for situations where I'm looking just to top off a tire or two with a couple pounds here or there, I'd prefer to grab this out of the trunk rather than the 24-pound all-top that requires me to pop open my hood, plug into my battery, the whole 9 yards. Now that I've talked way more than enough about both of these units, let's get them tested out. All right, so we're gonna get started with the Etenwolf first on the rear tire. From my reading, it said that the tire was at 14.8, roughly 14.8 psi. So let's go ahead and get this turned on. And we're gonna try with both of the pumps to get to a target of 30 psi. Let's get the chuck clamped on. And right now it says 14.9 the Etenwolf is reading out. So there we go. We're gonna hit start and get it aired up. And wow, I have to say, that's actually pretty impressive. I was able to get this rear tire pumped up from, it was reading 14.9 on the screen here when I initially started. It was 4 minutes and roughly 15-20 seconds, got up to 30.7 psi. That's honestly very impressive for what this battery unit is. Really, I have to say, I am pleasantly surprised and very happy to have this as part of my gear. All right, now let's switch to the front tire and see how long the all-top will take. I'm gonna guess right now, being that this was about 4 minutes and change, I'll say that thing will get it aired up within a minute. The one thing about the all-top, though, is that unlike the readout on the screen here, which is pretty accurate real time, the all-top, you do have to apparently check it while you're inflating. It's not that accurate in line. It's actually not accurate at all until you stop inflating. So I'm gonna toy around with it and we'll see how fast it is. Okay, so I was watching the gauge and I was able to read it out to, it looked like it was about a little bit above 30. So I turned off the Jeep and let's check it out. Let's see what we made it to in 1 minute. Wow. So in about a minute, it was about 1 minute and 20 seconds, we made it to 32.3 PSI. So it is 4 times faster than the Etenwolf for sure. The Etenwolf made it to 30.7, 30.8 PSI in 4 minutes and 20 seconds, while the all-top made it to 32 PSI, 2 more pounds in just a minute and 15, minute and 20. I mean, I guess that's exactly what I expected, but that's also highly impressive. Once again, when I'm going to be airing up my tires at the end of a trail run, the all-top is going to definitely be the go-to pump. But what I will say, I am definitely impressed with the Etenwolf. It was able to fill up that tire in a very short amount of time, honestly. 4 minutes, I'm happy with that. Having both of these in my trunk, ready for any trip that I go on, is going to be great. And now the last test that I think I really do need to conduct is using the Etenwolf on my air mattress. Let's see how it does. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna be way easier. Filling my queen mattress up. But yeah, so in conclusion, both air compressors they're really awesome. Okay, the all-top superior. That thing is very impressive. It got that tire inflated in no time. But the Etenwolf ain't no slouch. It really ain't. And you know what? The all-top, it can't do this. It can't fill up an air mattress and also fill up a tire in a surprising amount of time. Once again, for a battery-operated air compressor, it's pretty good. Pretty good. So, yeah. I'm going to be happy to have both of these in the back of my Jeep, and I'm going to rock them for a long time. If you're looking for a purpose-built air compressor that's going to get your off-road tires filled right back up after a trail ride so you can head back on the highway, the all-top, it's the way to go. I'm going to have so much fun using that when I'm at the end of a trail. But if you're just looking for a really good air compressor that can basically do everything you need it to, as well as inflate stuff like air mattresses, balls, and what have you, the Etenwolf Vortex S6, honestly, I'd recommend it. I'd recommend both of these. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.